I'm so sick and tired of people and all these fans. It's been going on forever. Ever since Phantom Menace came out, people would always be bitching and moaning about the prequels, blah blah blah. It's not like the originals. Of course, it's not like the original. It's called prequels for a reason. And guess what? It's fucking better. Better characters, better action scenes, more improvements, better stories. There's so many better things about the prequels. I don't get what's so great about the originals are great too. But the thing is, like, people just never want to let go of the past. They just don't want to just accept that the prequels are great as the fucking originals. I heard that fucking people out there actually said the sequels are better than the prequels. You have to be mentally retarded to say something like that. You think the fucking sequels are better than the prequels? Okay, so tell me something. Tell me how the fuck the characters, the story, and the action scenes are better than the prequels. Tell me right now. Tell me what's better about the sequels. I want to know besides the graphics. Give me something else. What else is better? Oh, you don't have an answer? Okay, so you are fucking mentally retarded then. You definitely have something wrong with your brain. Your brain doesn't function. You're like Joe Biden, that's senile. You can't remember anything in his fucking head. He's clueless. You're just like him. If you say that, you're not a Star Wars fan. You're not a fan. You don't belong in the Star Wars community being a fan. Only LGBT people are fans of the sequels, or 10-year-old kids that never seen the prequels or originals. That is it. If you're older than that, like fucking like 20 years old and up, and you think the sequels are better than the prequels and originals, and you're mentally retarded and you're not part of the fan, you're not part of the Star Wars community. You're not part of it at all. The fucking Star Wars sequels are basically fan fiction. It feels fan made. They don't count to me. They're not real Star Wars films in my opinion. I don't even think they exist. They are only 6 Star Wars movies. There are no 9. There are 6. In my opinion, also, there's no Rogue One. There's no Han Solo horse shit spin-off bullshit movie. None of those garbages. Hell, I don't even count the Mandalorian show either. People be like, what's wrong with the Mandalorian? I don't give a fuck about the Mandalorian. It just feels like Star Wars to me. Look, if George Lucas is not writing this shit, I don't give a fuck about any of this stuff. I don't care. If George Lucas is not writing any of this shit, I don't give a fuck. That's why I don't care about these 6 fucking Star Wars movies. That's it. Star Wars is dead. It'll never be great ever again. Because these fucking morons that bought Star Wars from George Lucas put cancer all over it, and that was it for it. I knew it. Once George Lucas sold that shit to Disney, I was like, oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Just like what Obi-Wan said in The Phantom Menace. Same way. I was like, I have a bad feeling about this. And guess what? Shit went down the fucking drain. But let's go back to the whole thing I was talking about before. So, yeah, I'm just so sick and tired of these people. Everywhere you go, on the internet, in real life, they keep fucking bitching and moaning about the prequels. It's been like fucking almost 20 years ago, and people are still bitching and moaning about the prequel movies. They're still bitching and moaning about it. Oh, George Lucas had too much creative control. Yeah, I heard some fucking retard said that on one of those videos I watched about John Kane and Ren and Stimpy. Because it was a video about John Kane when he has too much creative control when he did Adult Party cartoon, and the guy who was doing the video, he mentions George Lucas for example, and he says that George Lucas he had too much creative control and the prequels were terrible. What is with these people saying shit like that all the time? Like, I don't get what is so terrible about these fucking movies. Like, the only thing I can understand is the dialogue. That's the only thing I can completely understand. But it wasn't that bad. The dialogue wasn't even that fucking bad. The action scenes were fucking terrific. The characters were great. I love the Jedis and Siths. I love the Clone Wars. I love the Trade Federation. I love the droids. I love all that shit. Shit was fucking amazing. I had like the best childhood with this shit, man. I don't get these real Star Wars fans. I don't get these fucking people. Like, the original Star Wars fight scenes is like when you watch Ben Kenobi and Darth Vader fight, it's like they're constipated or something. Because, guess what? They didn't have that technology yet to do all those flipperoos in the air, all those crazy moves and shit. Maybe that's why they're so butthurt about it. Because they're mad that they didn't experience that when they were a child. They didn't have all that cool shit that they had in the prequels. They had none of that shit. Maybe that's why they're always butthurt about everything. Maybe that's why they're butthurt about the prequels, because they wanted that to happen with the originals, with Luke doing those crazy shit moves against Darth Vader and shit. You know what else about the prequels that's better than the originals? There's more Jedis and there's more Siths. Yeah, I understand the originals because, all the Jedis are dead and a couple of them are like hiding somewhere or something like that. And yeah, I can understand that, but it's just, I don't know. I find it to be more fun because there's more Jedis and everything like that. But yeah, these butthurt fans will never let it go. They'll never accept that the prequels are more of a better improvement than the originals. They'll never fucking accept that shit, ever. Well, for the Dragon Ball Z community, people actually started accepting Dragon Ball GT more than anything because of what happened with Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super is basically the Star Wars sequels. Just like with Dragon Ball GT is basically the Star Wars prequels. But the difference is between, the Star Wars fans and the Dragon Ball fans is that Dragon Ball fans actually accept GT more than anything over Super rather than Star Wars fans. Star Wars fans accept sequels over the prequels, which still it's fucking mind boggles me. Like, how the fuck is Rey, Finn, Darth Goth Kid, see, I don't know all the fucking characters' names. That's how much I don't really give a fuck about any of those fucking people. How the fuck are they better than Anakin, Mace Windu, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, Count Dooku, Chancellor Palpatine? How the fuck are they better than all those fucking characters? General Grievous. General Grievous will fucking cut Rey and Finn in half in seconds. Count Dooku would just fucking electrocute the Goth Kid, and Goth Kid will just start crying and just give up. He'll start weeping on the ground like a little baby. It's pathetic. It's pathetic how people think that the sequels are better than the prequels. Something really fucked up in their head. Yeah, like I said, again, the originals, yeah. I feel like they have enough fucking action scenes in those movies. There's like too much goddamn talking going on there. I mean, I liked the dialogue in there. I thought it was like, great. I like all the other little scenes on them talking about the power of the Force and this and that, but it's not enough action scenes. Like, the most action scenes you see in that fucking movies are just, fucking spaceships flying around the air and shooting at each other. These battles on Hoth, which I didn't really give a fuck about the Hoth scenes. The Hoth scenes like really boring as shit. That shit like puts me to fucking sleep. People are get fucking mad about it. These original fans. I hear all that fucking whining shit. It is fucking boring. It's just fucking like, oh yeah, those AT things, machine things, and Luke is like flying around like tying the legs together, making him fall to the ground. What the fuck kind of stupid shit is that? That shit's fucking corny as hell. And they got those fucking Ewoks in the third, it used to be the third movie, but you get what I'm saying. In the sixth movie, yeah, those fucking Ewoks that take out stormtroopers. What the fuck kind of goofy shit is that? I like the characters in the originals, but I really didn't really care about the whole Han Solo as a Millennium Falcon and all his buddies, Leia and Luke and Chewie, go on adventures, fly around different galaxies and shit. I didn't really care about all that like that, like everyone else do with originals. I rather watch fucking Jedis and Siths kick a lot of ass. I like watching all that. There's more lightsaber battles than anything besides what they had in the originals. There's barely any of that. Like I said, most of the time it's just rebels and stormtroopers shooting at each other. That's all it is. Just a bunch of fucking laser blasting. It's more of that than lightsabers. When there is lightsaber battles, it's like they have to take a shit.